Anyway, it's a nice day outside today. I mean, it's very beautiful. It started off kind of gloomy today, but the day kind of got a little bit better. Yeah, that factory had been abandoned for a while, and I started noticing like about a month ago. I started driving by. I started scoping out the area, did some recon on it, and find out that it was trash. But there was a lot of places that we couldn't get to that were locked, and we're not gonna go and break any locks or trying to get any doors that don't want to be opened. So but the place was huge. I mean, this place was really big, and I stressed that out on the video how big it was, and we weren't really able to cover a whole lot of it. We were able to cover some of it, but not a whole lot. But it was pretty big. It was a pretty big area, and it was a pretty big factory. The factory used to be like an industrial lumber mill back in the days. It had opened up in 1962. You know, was there paranormal activity? I mean, I think there might have been a little bit of paranormal activity. I mean, the place was open in 1962. I'm sure a lot of people passed away there. A lot of people died there, and because accidents do happen. Not that they died there purposely, but accidents do happen, and people do succumb to those injuries. And it gets chaotic, especially in 1962, where the industrial scene was just beginning to pick up. But the place was pretty interesting, and we did capture a couple of things. Somebody threw a can at us. We don't even know there were homeless people staying there, or vagrants, or whatever you choose to call them. But there was people staying there. We didn't see anything. I'm pretty sure they took off when they saw us coming with the lights and everything else. So you know, but it was a pretty interesting video, and it was a pretty interesting night, and we had a good time. I have a good time every time I go out there and and do a video. I have a good time every time I go out there and do a video. It's awesome. I love going out there, and I had a real good time. All right, we got little Jeezy in here. Little Jeezy, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you were able to make it. I'm glad you were able to, I'm trying to, I don't know. I sent them I told them to 4 o'clock to be on here. So we're waiting on him to show up. I already sent him the link. So I'm waiting him to get on here. So, you know, I'm waiting for him to get on here. He hasn't gotten on here yet. So I told him 4 o'clock. He said he was going to be on here at 4. So, what's going on with you? What's going on in the Fortnite world? What's anything new? Anything new about Fortnite? What's going on with that? I haven't played in a while. I haven't been playing in a while. I've been kind of falling back from the Fortnite scene, and when I know that's your topic and that's your area, but I haven't played in quite some time. So um I haven't been playing video games and nothing like that. So, but I'm sure you have. I know you did a couple of streams like a couple of weeks ago, and I was on there for a little bit, but I had to do a couple of other things. I didn't get a chance to play, but I know you're doing pretty good. I seen you got a lot of subscribers, which is good. I think you got like 300 and something subscribers, which is awesome, and it's a good thing. I don't know where Alpha is. He said he was going to be on here. I sent him the link. I'm still waiting for him to show up. So, wait a little bit and see what happens. Now we'll just answer any questions you have. I mean, I'm here to ask me whatever you want. It's an open chat. I appreciate you coming on here. It's always a pleasure to have you on here. It's always a pleasure to have you on here. And yeah, I know that. You're absolutely right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's on here right now. I think he just got here. Alpha, can you hear me? Hold on. All right. Alpha.
What's going on, man? Yeah,
what's going on? So we got Stayingalpha in there. I was beginning to get worried. I was like, I wonder if he's going to show up. I hope he shows up. I hope nothing happened to him. I know you're a very busy man, and I'm glad to have you on here. I know you've been really extremely busy with the cryptocurrency and how it's doing, the spikes that's been going on in the market. And I'm glad you're here.
Thanks, Night Watch. Appreciate it. Either way, everybody right now on the stream, man. Good afternoon. What time is it right now? It's 4:07 p.m. here in South Florida. Everybody, welcome to the Night Watch channel. So we're supposed to start. I was supposed to get in here at 4:00, but
that's okay. I figured you're busy, man. I know you're a very busy guy, and I appreciate you coming on here today. It's always a pleasure to have you on here. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you some really good questions that I'm sure a lot of people want to know. And it's how is the cryptocurrency? How do you think it's done an impact this year at the beginning of this year? How do you think cryptocurrency is going to go looking down for the rest of the year? And can you tell me the difference between last year and maybe this year? And how do you see it evolving into really the monetary that people are going to use in the future? How do you think that's going to evolve? And do you think it's going to evolve?
I want to ask you this. What is your opinion about cryptocurrency before I get into that? What is your opinion on it?
I'm fairly new to the cryptocurrency world, but I know that I know you got a lot of top dogs out there that are making investments into it, and like Elon Musk, I think his name is, and I know he's into I know you mentioned him a lot in the in your streams, and I don't know, you got to tell me, you're the doctor of the cryptocurrency, and I'm looking at maybe doing Night Watch is looking at doing some investments into the cryptocurrency, and how do you think? And like I said, what's the difference between 6 years ago to now? How do you think that whole system, how it evolved? I want you to explain it to me.
Well, repeat your question one more time. What is your question? Because you shot me with different questions all at
right.
once.
When it first started, when the cryptocurrency first started, how do you see it that it's evolved to something that it's evolved to what it's evolved to? How do you see that? How do you think that happened? How do you think major players and major people have invested in this, and it's growing? Because obviously it's doing really good. And do you think it's evolving? Do you think it's going to evolve to something else? I think we lost you.
There you
go. I think we lost you.
Yeah, I got lost for a second. So I completely missed that question.
Oh, you missed it. Okay. How do you cryptocurrency? Its evolution. What I'm asking you is its evolution. Has it evolved? Let me break it down to you. Make it shorter. Has cryptocurrency evolved from when it first started to now?
Yes, it has evolved a lot. As you see, the first coin to really start off the cryptocurrency market, the game was Bitcoin, right? When you speak cryptocurrency, what do you think about? You think about Bitcoin. That's what everybody thinks about.
Right.
So from Bitcoin, many other coins have already come out to play. And number one, when you think about crypto, you want to talk about Bitcoin. And number two, you're thinking about Ethereum, which comes second, right now being valued at $1,800. Bitcoin right now just reaching $52,000. And then you have your altcoins, that stands for alternative coins. And this is where coins like Polkadot, Doge, XRP, Tron come into play. The other ones that are not as invested and worth as much as Bitcoin and Ethereum. But what's going to happen with cryptocurrency in the future? It is the way of the future. More companies, entities are using cryptocurrency. For example, Apple and MasterCard just turned a new leaf on cryptocurrency by accepting Bitcoin. So Apple right now is adding Bitcoin to their wallet. So now you're able to go ahead and go anywhere with your Apple Wallet. You write the app that you have. For example, CVS, I believe they accept the Apple Wallet. And you just go ahead, tap your phone, and you pay through Bitcoin, right? Tesla putting in $1.5 billion into Bitcoin lately. And now you're able to buy a Tesla through a Bitcoin.
Well, I was just going to ask you that. Tesla, can someone with cryptocurrency go inside Tesla and say, I want to purchase this car with cryptocurrency? Can it be done?
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah. Have a Bitcoin, come out with a brand new Tesla.
What are the
Bitcoin being 52,000 right now?
Wow.
Easily go ahead and get yourself a Tesla, especially that Cybertruck. That Cybertruck is coming out at $40,000. And I don't know if you want to go ahead and pull up that image right now there on your screen.
No, I believe you. I believe you. If you're saying,
have you seen the Cybertruck?
I haven't seen the Cybertruck. Okay. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
Okay, the Cybertruck's coming out at $40,000. If you wanted to go ahead and drive itself, you have to pay an additional $10,000. So for $50,000, you could have a Cybertruck that is bulletproof and drives itself. How cool is that? With one Bitcoin.
Wow, that's amazing. And let me ask you, who are the big competitors? I know you kind of promote Dogecoin a lot. Who are the big competitors that are competing with Dogecoin right now? Who are the ones that are going to survive in this field, in this market?
Okay. Right now, the competitors, each coin is competing with each coin, if you think about that. But what do you mean exactly on who the competitors are?
Like,
Not
for instance,
are you-
you have five. For example, you have five different currencies on the cryptocurrency. Dogecoin being one of the leading ones right now. Does Dogecoin need to be worried about another cryptocurrency, maybe taking its place, or in other words, having higher stocks or being in a higher value than Dogecoin? I mean, is that the way this works?
Oh well, yeah. There's always coins competing with each other. For example, you have Dogecoin, and you have right now this
Dogecoin,
coin XRP that people tend to go from to stick to either one playing field and stay there. So XRP though, Dogecoin and Litecoin, they're going to be part of a new network. It's called the Flare Network. Okay, and
Flare
they're able
Network.
to go ahead, and what the Flare Network is going to do is going to go ahead and push out smart contracts. With these smart contracts, they're going to be giving you spark tokens for each Dogecoin or XRP coins or Litecoin that you have. So that's the Flare network. But then you have other networks right now, for example, ETH, Ethereum, that they're working on their own little network as well. You have Polkadot that are working on the new network as well. So depends which network starts releasing first and is more adaptable, is more trustworthy, does not get hacked, is able to work with several companies at the same time, has good transactions per seconds. That's the one that the people are going to go ahead and invest in.
Wow.
So each coin offers different things. Bitcoin doesn't offer these things that these coins are offering, but since Bitcoin was the number one coin to be out there, it's the one that got all the fame, all the power, and is worth the most. Bitcoin, but there's other coins that they're really working to be used as a day-to-day currency for the day of tomorrow. For example, Dogecoin, that's what it was created for. It was created to reach a broader demographic than Bitcoin.
Wow. Very interesting. Now, have you deviated from your normal videos that you do to concentrate on these type of streams with Dogecoins?
Yeah, yeah, a
You
lot.
concentrated more on it because you really have exploded the last couple of weeks. You've really exploded when you really blew up on this. And how does it feel to reach that level? How does it feel from going to zero to hero and a couple of? I know it took you a while. You blew up on this. You're doing real good. How do you see yourself in 5 years from now with this, or do you see yourself doing the same thing? I mean, I know this is just going to get better. So do you see yourself streaming the same type of streams that you are streaming, or do you think you're going to be moving on to something else later on down the track?
No, I think I'm gonna be sticking there. I mean, I don't know what God holds in the future, right?
Right.
This is the window right now opened up. Now, I wouldn't say that I became zero to hero. From I still have a
I
lot
didn't mean
going
it like
through.
that. I didn't mean it like that. All your videos are good. I seen your first videos, and I didn't mean it like zero to hero, like you were nothing and then you became so. No, I didn't mean it like that at all.
No, no, no. I'm not saying right
No, I
now.
didn't mean it like
I
that.
wouldn't say I'm in
All
the
your
hero
videos
platform.
all your videos are good. They're very motivational. I've always said it. Your videos are all very motivational. But I know you deviated from your regular routine to this right now. And do you see yourself doing the same thing 5 years from now? I mean, we just
I mean, let me ask you this: if cryptocurrency is the future, what would you rather watch?
you're absolutely right
What would you rather be informed for?
on the
Would you rather
cryptocurrency.
see
On the cryptocurrency.
cryptocurrency?
On the
Is
cryptocurrency.
the thing is the way of the future. So it's either right now you want to sleep on it, sleep on it.
Right.
But I wouldn't recommend it.
No, obviously not. No, you're doing real
So
good.
this is really bringing out major news and information and helping people that actually want to better themselves the day of tomorrow. So what better way to touch them right now through cryptocurrency,
To
which there's
cryptocurrency.
massive news surrounding cryptocurrency. Just look what I just told. Look what I just said, right? Tesla,
Yeah, Tesla,
Apple Wallet,
Apple.
MasterCard. Now you have the ability for MasterCard. Banks, right? Banks are already adopting cryptocurrency. You could go to the bank and tell them now, hey, listen, this is coming. There's only one bank right now, but you could go to a bank and be like, hey, transfer my Bitcoin to my savings account. What else? Cash App with Bitcoin. Petitions going all over the place for Amazon to start accepting cryptocurrency.
Right.
So as you see, there's major companies at play right now for cryptocurrency, and it is the future. So I mean, you could go ahead and watch other things on YouTube, but what would you rather watch? Would you rather go ahead and jump on this right now and actually be successful, build wealth, gradual income the day of tomorrow? Or would you rather go ahead and watch, you know, your little fitness videos and stuff like that? That's always going to be there. Look what happened in Bitcoin.
Well, you are good.
If you would have invested right now in Bitcoin, right? If you would have invested in Bitcoin, you will not be here right now. Or probably you would, you know, but probably you would have been in your own little island with your own little studio and everything. Who
Actually,
knows?
I like doing this. I don't think I would be doing this.
Yes, but
You know, I like doing what I'm doing. That's fun, and you know that because you know
you like doing that. But my thing is that you could have had established.
By the way, God Almighty just joined us. Welcome to the stream, God Almighty. I appreciate you here. You know, we got the whole team here today. We got you, Stayingalpha. We're all here today. I'm sorry, Alpha. Go ahead.
The thing with Bitcoin is that me and you already missed the boat for Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is valued 52,000 a Bitcoin. Do you know how much Bitcoin was in 2009 when it first came out?
No, I have no idea. That's
okay. It was, if I remember right, it was 6 cents. So
wow.
You're talking about a cryptocurrency that went from 6 cents to $52,000.
Wow.
And we missed that boat.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine we would have invested, let's say, $1,000 back then? What we you're probably right. We'd probably be sitting in some nice little mansion with my private little studio right now. Now, which brings me to another question, and it's a question that you deviated in several times, and you don't like talking about it because I know you don't like talking about politics. But I gotta ask you. I just gotta ask you because I've asked it to you several times, and it's a question that you can answer. You don't have to answer, and if you don't, and if you feel you don't want to answer it, I respect that too. How do you think cryptocurrency has changed between this new administration that has a tendency to favor or to lean more towards the right-wing conservatives to the other administration before this? How do you think it's made an impact on it?
I'm going to ask you this, right? This is easy way to answer your question. It doesn't matter what side you pull for, all right? You're Democrat, Republican, or you're neutral, right? It doesn't really matter where you pull in. The thing about cryptocurrency is that it is decentralized. What does that mean? Cryptocurrency is not controlled by your bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, whichever bank that you use, right? Because it is decentralized. So actually, it has shown that politics play very small part into cryptocurrency.
Do you think so? I mean, yes. Honestly, do you really think so?
It does. And back in 2009, if you go ahead and you do your own research, what happened in 2009? The stock market crashed. Housing was doing horrible. Remember that?
Yeah. Okay. I remember that. The
economy what happened with Bitcoin? People instead bought into Bitcoin. So other countries right now, like for example, Venezuela, that is doing bad. What would you rather do with your Venezuelan money that you're barely getting paid anything? And that dollar that they use, right? I don't know if I think it's called chavos. I don't know what it's called, but that currency that they use.
No, I think it's called bolivars. Maybe I'm not sure.
I forgot what it's called, but that money keeps on going on a decline. It's not being worth anything. Venezuelan money is not worth anything. So people are actually getting that money, for example, Venezuela, India, wherever you're at, and they're actually investing into cryptocurrency because for cryptocurrency, you actually have a way out, all right, from these third world countries, especially that they just have a broken government system. So that's why in 2009, when we saw the economy crash, people actually put more money into Bitcoin because it is decentralized. It really politics plays such a small role when it comes to cryptocurrency. Why? Because it's not like the fiat. The dollar, it's worth $1. Why? Because the government says so. The $20 bill, $50 bill, $100 bill is worth that amount. Why? Because the government says so, right? But cryptocurrency, the government has no control. And this is why when the government is going down, it has actually shown that people are buying into cryptocurrency.
So this is more like a private industry. It's not
a private industry. Nobody controls it. It's decentralized.
It's decentralized. That's probably why it would last. Do you think the administration now will have a big impact on cryptocurrency in the next 4 years?
Again, they have no control over it.
They have no control over it. Now, let me ask you, what would you like for it to see? To see the government dip their hands in the Dogecoins and the cryptocurrency? Do you think
they have no control? They have no control.
Dip their hands in a bad way, like actually make an investment.
The only thing they could do, I mean,
you think that would happen?
Investment that's already taking place with the government. If you look at City of Miami, they're going to start paying their employees with Bitcoin.
Wow.
So then tell me, if cryptocurrency is not the future. Now, if you're an employee of City of Miami, you could pay your taxes with Bitcoin. City of Miami being the first city in all the states that the United States has to be the first to start paying the employees with cryptocurrency.
Wow. I didn't know that. See, you learn something new. This is something that this is really just blown up. It's been around for a while, but it's really taken life.
Like Doge says, like Elon Musk has said, Dogecoin, for example, I like the slogan, is the people's currency.
Wow. You know, it's funny from somebody that's like him to say something like that. It's almost contradictive, but that's the way it is. Maybe it's because I'm looking at a political angle, but that's listen, you know more about this than any of us because you, like I said, you've studied this, you've been on streams about this, and you know I'm learning.
Well, yeah, the thing is that I don't know.
A lot of people don't know about this. Is what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of people, especially here in Miami. I mean, here in Miami, it's crazy.
And why? Because I think it is time to start changing people's mindset. Stop looking into buying yourself a brand new car. Stop looking into clothes. Stop trying to get your body right into and to look like a model. So it's like, man, start investing more of your time. It could be the stock market, it could be cryptocurrency, but actually start planning to retire early. All right, start trying to get out early, because there is no amount of money that amounts to your lifetime bandwidth. So you want to go ahead and try to get out early and actually try to do something they enjoy doing. You know, besides being out of office, being inside a cubicle, and man, like your biggest highlight of the day being inside a cubicle is when you go take a shit in the bathroom and use your cell phone.
Or better yet, I always say there's only two good parts of the day's work. You want to know what they are? This is my opinion. When you leave work and when you're having lunch, those are the only two good days in a day's work. Other than that, work is just work. But you're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. You are the cryptocurrency man. And
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the cryptocurrency man.
You know your stuff.
No,
You know your stuff. You know what you're doing. You know how
I know a lot of general information I could go ahead and shoot you with, but the coin that I know about the most right now is Dogecoin. I'm following other coins, but the thing is that you have to go ahead and do your homework for every coin that you follow, as they differ a lot.
Right, and you eventually did, and you eventually have. That's why you are where you're at, and you're successful at it. But I'm moving on to other topics, and I gotta ask you: do you miss going out doing videos? I mean, you're not just videos that I know you're part of our team. You're part of our team also, but your own personal videos, the videos where you go out there and motivate and start talking about your videos.
I still plan on doing some. I still plan on doing some right now.
Excellent. You're a very good motivational speaker. I've always told you you should have became a motivational speaker a long time ago because you would be really good at it. Do you miss going out there and doing your workout videos and your other types of videos? Do you miss doing that right now?
A little bit. The thing is that you might have an amazing video, but if you don't have a crowd to watch them, that's the thing about YouTube. You have to know how to go ahead and shoot it, and it just might be because you're shooting at the wrong time, you're shooting it at the wrong hour. So that's the thing about that. But do I like it? I enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy it. Of course, I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy motivating people, going out there, helping somebody out, shooting out my drone in the middle of the sky. Yeah, I still enjoy it. So those videos, you know, they'll still be there every now and then. But for now, you know, I am sticking. I am sticking to this niche.
Which you have. You've done out there. I've seen some of your videos. You've gone out there and done some community work yourself, and I'm sure they've been very appreciative. And they're on your Stayingalpha channel, and it's very good stuff. And let me ask you a question: if you would have, let's say, a year ago, that you came out with me to do a couple of videos in the paranormal world and the urban exploration. If that would have blown you up, would you right now continue would you stay doing that? Would you have stayed doing the paranormal and I gotta ask you because I know you like it. I know you like going out there. It's in the back burner. I know it is right now, and it's way in the back burner. But if you would have blown up, because remember, paranormal exploration and urban exploration, I've said it before in the past, really kicked off in 2015. And I think you were already doing videos in 2015. I'm not sure. If your videos would have blown up in that perspective, would you right now be doing paranormal? I think you would. You would. I'm going to answer that. I'm going to answer your question. I think you would have.
It's definitely fun, right? But the thing about paranormal is that I really don't like to bring make-believe play to the YouTube audience, right?
I agree with you.
With that saying is that if I go out there and I shoot multiple videos, most of the time nothing's really going to happen. So it went from paranormal to just regular urban exploration.
Right, which you have done some urban exploration, but
Yes, but I mean it's
I know it's time consuming. It really is.
it's very time consuming. It is a lot of work. It requires a lot of traveling. So I mean, it's never been my passion. So I've never thought about your question because it's never been a passion of mine.
Right.
I mean, it's always something fun to do. Hey man, might as well go ahead out and try it, right? Why not? So
And believe me, we appreciate you every time you come with us. Like I said, you are part of my team, and we do appreciate you coming out there. It's always a pleasure to have you and God Almighty. We had somebody come out there with us the other day, Cyber Demon, which he's real good, and he's out there. He's coming out there with us, and it'd be nice to have a 4-man team going out there. But as far as making stuff up, there is a lot of BS out there, and I covered that in my last chat with Little Jeezy, who was my special guest. There is a lot of bullshit out there, and people just make up stuff. And I have a hard time, recording, so most of the stuff I get and I record and it's legit, but there is a lot of BS. I've seen some videos. I'm like, this just cannot be happening for real. There's no way this can't be happening. And in this field, in urban exploration and paranormal research, there's not a lot of people doing it anymore. So it's kind of sad when you see YouTubers, obviously, or people that are into this type of field doing fake stuff because it's deceptive. I don't like it. I like to keep things.
That's the thing, that there's too many deceptive people out there. And the thing about that's the thing that makes this fake and hard to believe. For example, aliens. There's tons of alien proof out there that I'm pretty sure that some, maybe 5%, 10% of them is actually real footage, real evidence. But then the rest of the 90% is just complete fluff. It's things really out there that you just cannot believe.
Well,
and that's the problem when it comes to the paranormal community and the paranormal beings, the supernatural. That is just too many fakes out there. All right, that's the problem with that.
The government's known about aliens for many years, going back to the Roswell, going back to Area 51. The government has known about it. I wonder if they actually advise when you become a president, if you got your national security actually advising you on places like Area 51. The government just started acknowledging Area 51 a couple of years ago as a military base. For me, I think that's just a deviation for something else. But Project Blue Book, there's a lot of projects that the government has put together to actually find out the truth behind aliens. Do aliens exist? Yes, I believe they exist. We cannot be the only ones in this universe and say, well, planet Earth and that's it. No, they gotta exist. Are they visiting us? I don't really think they care about us. It's like us going out of our way to try to talk to an ant pile in Africa or in any other continent, trying to communicate with an ant pile. However, if they haven't visited us, let's try to find them first, because we don't want them to find us first. We want to find them first. What do you think about that? What's your opinion on the alien world? What do you think about that? I mean, how do you stand on that? Do you believe yourself that there's something else out there?
Yeah, I do. I do think that there's something else out there.
Where do you believe more on aliens than paranormal?
I mean, what's your selection of paranormal?
What I'm asking you, would you have a tendency to say, I believe more in UFOs or in extraterrestrials to ghosts, is what I'm trying to say? Because I believe equally in both. I believe they both exist.
Okay, that's why I'm asking you, what is your definition of paranormal? Because what is your selection? What is like that?
Paranormal is ghosts, poltergeists, entities. That's paranormal stuff. Now, extraterrestrials is something totally different.
Okay, so we're not talking about Bigfoot and stuff like that, right?
No, Bigfoots are cryptids. Bigfoot's categorized.
Okay, I just want to make that sure. Okay, I believe in equally both. But however, if I had to believe in one more than the other, I'll definitely believe in aliens way more than the other.
Right, because I have
and that is because being that when a person passes away, I believe the spirit either descends or ascends, or it doesn't go anywhere.
Well, we use this thing called EMFs, the electromagnetic field, and there's a lot of skeptic behind it. And energy is energy, and the body has energy. I mean, sometimes you've rubbed up against the wall or carpet, and a discharge go. So your body's charged up with energy. Where does your energy go once you pass? Where does it go? I mean, where does your energy go? We don't know that. So can it go to another dimension, another spectral? We don't know where that energy goes. At least, we don't understand it yet. It's something we don't understand. And God Almighty, Area 51, yes, Area 51. He just asked a question. Does Area 51 holds many secrets? I think it held many secrets in the beginning, in the 1960s and the 1950s. But as time went on, they said, you know what? We have a perfect. We're gonna have everybody concentrate on Area 51. I don't really think there's anything in Area 51 anymore. I think they moved everything from Area 51. I think Area 51 is a deviation for something bigger. I've said it before. It started off as a government facility where they possibly housed UFOs or UFO wreckage, but I think they've deviated from something else because everybody's concentrating on Area 51. Where that other location is, we don't know that. Gato, we don't really know that. Nobody knows that. It would have been interesting when we're talking about storming Area 51. However, I don't condone any of that, but it would have been interesting to sit back and watch what would have happened if that would have really happened.
Yeah, that was just a lot of people just talking on social media. They weren't really gonna storm Area 51. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's not enough hotels or motels.
No, it is in the middle of nowhere.
Unless you went out there with an RV with plenty of gas, you were not gonna make it over there.
No, you're not.
That's why the turnout ended up being around 100 people. And out of those 100 people, probably like 15 of them were probably YouTubers.
Yeah.
So yeah, that didn't turn out well.
Now, what's been the most paranormal activity? I'm not going to ask you in your personal life. The most paranormal activity.
Wait, I want to go back to your question though. How you said, what do I believe in more? I want to say aliens. For sure, it's going to be aliens.
You did mention aliens. You said you believe in aliens.
All right, this universe is infinite. It really is infinite, and we're just dust when it comes to space. We're just a piece of dust, honestly. Not even a piece of rice. I'll say a piece of dust. It's just so massive that for us to believe that there is no life out there, I can't believe it. Ignorant. I don't know how people believe that. What I believe is that there's probably somebody somewhere in another universe, right? In some other dimension, another galaxy that looks the same way as you, that looks the same way as me, and they're probably having this same exact conversation or already even took place.
You're talking about a parallel universe, maybe?
No, I'm talking about that this universe is so infinite,
right?
That there could be somebody just like you, just like me.
I don't think that they look like us, Alpha. I think
there's different type of races.
I know. We don't know that. See, we don't really know that. But yeah, I don't know that. Wish I did know that. But I think we're unique in ourselves. I think our race, the human race, is a unique race. I don't think there's anything else out unless we came from another universe and we landed here and we populated.
I don't think we're unique. Like I said, there's
I gotta disagree with you on that. There's
an infinite amount of galaxies out there, right?
I just don't agree
for you to actually think that nobody looks like us.
I don't think anybody looks like that. It's impossible. I think we're unique. I think that if there is aliens out there, it's gonna be completely different to what we look like, unless once again we came from outer space and landed here, Egypt, the Mayans, the Aztecs. There's a connection to extraterrestrial, but we don't know for sure.
I mean, they actually haven't found no type of evidence in those pyramids that was alien technology.
You know what? It's funny. God Almighty just put that on the chat, but when you ask these presidents these questions, they tend to deviate from the question, answering it with another question. I want a president to get on Channel 7 or on any news broadcast says, yes, there are aliens, they do exist. They don't do that. You ask them, they're gonna deviate, and they're gonna because somebody's already written down what questions or what they're gonna ask them. They never give you a clear answer, God Almighty. I haven't seen one president say, yes, alien exists or they don't exist. I'd be okay with it. Say no, we haven't found it. We don't know if they exist. But that's what they're gonna say.
Let's not go too far with the aliens. You got to remember that
or extraterrestrial. I don't want to refer
Yeah,
to them
I
as
mean, the
extraterrestrial.
thing is that it's not even go as far as the aliens, right? Look what's happening now with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is getting ready to send people to space, and he actually wants to do a mission to Mars by, I believe, 2023, right? So the
I
man
heard
to
about
ask about aliens will be Elon Musk, and Elon Musk has said that he just doesn't believe in aliens. And Joe Rogan asked him, I doubt it. A man that wants to go to Mars, you just haven't thought about aliens. Joe Rogan asked him, like, what would you do if you encounter alien? He says, oh, I haven't thought about that, but I'll figure that out once I get there. But
that.
it's because think about it, people like Elon Musk, right? I'm pretty sure in some way or another they have connection with the government. The government has told them, listen, if you encounter this, you can't let anything out. So it just doesn't come with the presidents. I think right now the man to look at really is Elon Musk trying to send man to Mars. So that's something that's going to be interesting.
Why do you
And
think?
if you haven't looked at that interview, there's something that you have to go ahead and take a look at,
Why do
especially
you,
if you're
why
into
do
the
you think he's
paranormal
doing that? Why
supernatural.
do you think Elon Musk is doing that, sending people to Mars? Why do you think he's doing that?
Elon Musk is a genius.
I don't, but there has to be a motive. He doesn't. He's not just saying. I don't think. I
What's the
there has to be a
motive?
purpose to doing that.
I think, I think
Vacation at Mars, maybe. I mean,
imagine if everybody could really dedicate themselves and had the money and the brains of Elon Musk to actually put things together, we would have been got into the moon. All right.
okay, but we're not talking about.
Elon Musk is
We're not talking about the moon. We're talking about why do you think
I'm
he
sorry
wants?
to Mars. I'm sorry to Mars. So
I
think
said,
about it.
why do you
NASA,
want to go to Mars? There's a motive behind it. Oh, he's not going to say, "Oh yes, I believe in aliens." The government told me not to say anything, but I'm going to tell
I
you anyway.
mean, that's his passion. What's the motive that you wanted to start a YouTube channel?
It's
Right?
a
It's
passion, but
just
I did this to. I'm doing this. Not I do this as
because
a
you
hobby,
like it.
and
You
I
like
like it.
it.
I'm not trying to
Okay.
convince
Elon
anybody.
Musk is a
I'm
dude
not
that
trying
when
to.
he's
Right. I'm not trying to
Elon
convince
Musk.
anybody of my experiences. I do. I
No,
let
but
you.
what I'm trying to tell you is that there's really no purpose to it. He
But
just
people do. So people,
that's his mission. That's what he loves to do.
right. But do
Right?
you think that there's
When
another
this dude is
agenda behind it?
bored, he builds flamethrowers.
Right.
When
Do you
he's
think?
bored, he builds flamethrowers.
Right. Do you think there's another agenda behind him wanting to go to Mars? Do you think is because he knows that there's something there, or do you think that he suspects there's something there? He's not.
No.
This, like you said, this man is a genius. He's not going to say on national TV, "Say I'm going there because I think there's Martians or there's a
I mean, it wasn't national TV. It was Joe Rogan.
Right. Well, Joe Rogan. I don't think that. I don't think he's going to say it because he's going to get ridiculed. He's going to get laughed at. But I think he's going there because he knows something probably that we don't know, and he's gonna probably try to monopolize the space industry, which there's a lot of companies out there that are trying to do right now. I think SpaceX is one of them, and they just had a rocket that they were trying to land a rocket. They failed on one of the rockets or something like that.
SpaceX, that's Elon Musk.
Oh, that's Elon Musk. Well, see, there you go. And I
I
wish
mean,
he
they're
goes.
not trying to monopolize anything. If anything, you want to talk about monopolize this, look at the light companies like FPL and the government. The government is really one big monopoly. All right.
Right.
But no, just that nobody has put their mind toward Elon Musk to take man to Mars.
You know what would motivate me if I had that type of money and that type of thing, to see what's on Mars, to see if I could find. There's theories out there that say that Mars was once a planet like very much like ours. I don't know if there was aliens or not, but they said that planet was very much like ours. They found canals, they found frozen water, and they say that Mars was a planet very similar to ours. And we don't know if it had life or not, but I if I was him, I'd be one thing I'd be looking into. I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna go see some people to Mars to see what they find up there and see if Mars once held life, or maybe
that is one of the missions.
Right, right.
That is one
But
of the missions.
I'm sure there's other planets out there that are very similar to ours, just another solar system. There's
And
galaxies
also,
of solar
Mars will be the planet to go to if, for example, what wiped out the dinosaurs comes and wipes us out, right? Mars will be the only place that we could go to. So, has there been other type of human beings or living species out there in another planet? And maybe every 5,000 years or so, or millions of years, a natural disaster will happen and wipe them out. So they need to start looking at another planet that they could actually go ahead and travel to. And for us, where is it at? Is Mars. So if something wiped out the dinosaurs, I'm pretty sure there's a big chance that they could come and wipe us out.
So you do believe in dinosaurs existed?
Yeah. I mean, the proof is there that the dinosaurs have existed.
But the Bible says it didn't exist.
The thing is that the Bible could say that. And
We're gonna open a whole Pandora's box here, and we start getting into that. We'll be here all night talking, going back and forth on that. But science and religion really don't go hand in hand. Even though I think that there's a higher power out there and there's something that created everything, and I'm sure there is. That's the way I like to look at it. But unfortunately, it doesn't go hand in hand. And yes, the dinosaurs were wiped out, and there is bones that dinosaurs existed. So it kind of messes everything up, and it kind of messes with your psych mind a little bit. But yes, the dinosaurs were wiped out by a meteor that hit the earth, creating a greenhouse effect. And in other words, they cooked to death. The only thing that was alive after that, many, many thousands of years later, were cockroaches. I mean, you can zap a cockroach with radiation and it won't die. It'll keep on walking around. But yes, the dinosaurs were wiped out by a meteor that hit the earth, and a big meteor. Not just one, I think it was several ones, and it wiped up most of them.
So that's why. So that's the same chances that we could face right now, right?
Yes,
we're not going to have a rocket that's actually going to go ahead and destroy it. I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and try. But, this is just us. What is it called? Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically
speaking.
Do you think
what other planet can we go to?
Do you think
Mars?
Let's say we couldn't go to any planet. Do you think there's a lot of movies out there, and we got to go? A lot of these movies. I mean, look at look what's going on right now. What's going on right now? There's been movies made on this that pretty much almost foretold that this was going to happen. With what's going on right now, and there's movies out there that portray facilities that the government knows about that are bunkers that would be able to house a certain amount of individuals if a natural catastrophe like that was to happen. Do you think they exist? Do you think they might exist?
Of course they exist. Yeah, of course bunkers exist. You can see it on the TV. Forgot the name of those channels where they go ahead and put them on there. But they have a episode of people that actually have bunkers, and then they have in those same episodes in the same series where people could just go ahead and do like a bug out RV, and that's how they'll survive. But yes, there's bunkers out there that people use, and millionaires have big time bunkers. I think even Elon Musk has a bunker.
Yeah, I'm a prepper, and I've been prepping for a very long time. And I'm also a prepper. I just don't go out there and do urban exploration and then chase ghosts, but I do a lot of prepping. And yes, they are bunkers out there, and they're not that expensive. There's communities out there that have bunkers, but those are private bunkers. I'm talking about, do you think that the government itself has bunkers where they're going to put important people that say, okay, we got to get people together because...
Of course they do. The White House itself has a bunker.
Right.
Of course.
Now, will it survive a meteor attack? No, we don't know that. We don't know.
If you look it up, you can see how deep the White House bunker is within itself.
Right.
But yes, they of course they have bunkers.
Now,
and it just comes to national security.
Yeah, they're not gonna let us know the schematics on. Look what happened at Capitol Hill just a couple of weeks ago. That was crazy. That was just totally insane. What happened in Capitol Hill. A lot of people were injured. A lot of good officers were killed, and my sympathies goes out to their family. However, what's been the most, out of the paranormal perspective that you said, wow, this, I'm freaking out a little bit because I don't understand this, and what's going on here. I'm sure you've had your own personal encounter with paranormal activity, and if you don't want to talk about your personal encounter, it's fine. But the times you've gone out there with us, is there one place that really kept you with the back burner thinking about what we encountered?
Well, yeah, the times that we went out, of course, it was Pinewood Cemetery.
Yeah,
but I'll probably say that's it. That was a freaky place, but it's something that I said I'll never go ahead, and if I do go urban explore or anything like that, get invited, I won't do a cemetery again.
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking. It was pretty crazy, and God Almighty has mentioned several times to do a 3 a.m. challenge out there. I won't do it, but that's one of the hot spots here in Florida, and we went out there, and we caught a lot of stuff out there. That has to be with us as a team going out there. Besides my paranormal experiences in the past, that has to be one of my top 10s that I've gone out there and recorded, and it's been crazy. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty scary, and the
number one question is, nobody did you bring any of that stuff home?
That's what really, that kind of scares me a little bit, bringing stuff home like that. It really does. I don't care if I experience it right there in the moment, but bringing something home and provoking and disrespecting, I don't do that. I just don't do that. I have a hard time even asking questions.
I mean, but
Because
you don't know if you're gonna take something home or not.
That's the whole thing. And you know what? I don't want to bring anything home, and I'm sure none of us want to bring anything home every time. Welcome to the stream, Garcia. It's nice to have you here. And you know, you could ask any question. You got me and Stayingalpha here. We can answer any of your questions. What's going on, Wolfman? Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much, you guys, for joining in. We've just been covering a lot of stuff here today about paranormal stuff. We got Stayingalpha here, and I'm glad you're all over here with us. Getting back to what I was saying, yeah, you know, we've all had our personal experience when it comes down to paranormal activity, all of us, and that's why we do it. That's why we do what we do, and it is kind of crazy sometimes. But I do have to tell you, besides my personal experience as a child with paranormal activity, which what got me started, Pinewood Cemetery has to be one of my top tens. My top tens out there has to be Pinewood Cemetery, and it was scary. And yes, bringing something home is not good. It's not good at all because we don't want something like that floating around. That's why I'm not here to convince anybody. I've convinced myself that paranormal activity does exist. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm going out there recording, putting it up, and you be your own judge of what you watch. I can't convince you. I can't say, hey, you know, I experienced this. No, I experienced this. We all experienced what we experienced. It was 4 people out there, and we all experienced the same thing. So I'm not here to convince anybody. And that's what
paranormal is real. So
that's what goes back what you said earlier in the interview today. The BS that's out there. It's sad, but there's people doing a lot of BS out there.
And you see it a lot on YouTube. You know, you see it a lot on YouTube.
You see it, especially with the Randonautica. The Randonautica, there's a lot of YouTube. I'm not bashing it because I know there's people
out there. Yes. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's when you asked me if I could have been doing paranormal videos this whole entire time. It's an eyebrow raiser because things like Randonautica is just so fake, in my opinion. Okay, it's something that is just completely fake, and you got these YouTubers like CJ Fashion, just doing Randonautica, and man, Randonautica is not a mind reader. It doesn't know what you're thinking. It doesn't know where the crime's happening. If that was, you know, if it was said like that, let's have law enforcement start getting to Randonautica and make their own little crime thing. Like what's the name of that movie with Tom Cruise? That he's from the future and he comes with jetpacks and they're able to stop a crime.
Does anybody know the name of that? Does anybody know the name of that movie with Tom Cruise? And we got people out here that in the chat, and somebody could please refresh our memories. That movie with Tom Cruise that he was in the future.
But that's what I want to talk about. If Randonautica works for spirits and creepy clowns, right? Then let's find an app for the police as well. Because if we're going to be doing that, it's just, to me, just
Minority Report. Thanks a lot, Wolfman. Minority
Report.
Minority Report. Excellent movie. Randonautica. I mean, that's something that's fairly new. It's a lot of YouTubers are doing that.
How does it work? That's my thing. How does it read your mind, and how does it know where creepy clowns and paranormal activities is being conducted? It doesn't.
Well, it works with your intent. It works with your mind, and supposedly the app could read your mind somehow and take you to that location where it's there's a creepy clown, there's a witch, there's a creepy witch, there's a haunted house, there's an abandoned this, there's an abandoned that. That's the way they're doing it. And a lot of YouTubers have actually said out there, man, I've been doing this all day and we just got one hit. So I can imagine you got to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and do Randonautica till 12 o'clock at night.
Once again, think about it, what's going to happen?
Randonautica, you guys have a lot of patience doing it. I couldn't do it. I can't see myself doing it. I think I tried it once or twice and I was like, and I live in Miami. I don't live out there in the woods. There's this place kept taking me to houses and people's backyards. So I said, you know what? I can't do this because I can't go in somebody's backyard. It took me. I once did Randonautica and it took me to somebody's living room. You know, I actually knocked in their door and it took me. And the guy was looking at me crazy. I had to tell him.
Well, hey, did the guy invite you in for a drink?
I wish he would have, because I would have been like, okay, the point is here. But no, I don't do it. But there's a lot of people doing it. It's a trend. There's a lot of YouTubers doing it. Not just CJ Fashion, but there's a lot of other YouTubers doing. But then there's YouTubers like me. I don't do them, and I'm an urban explorer, and I'm into the paranormal. I've thought about doing it, but I haven't. There's other YouTubers that aren't doing it that probably are saying the same thing me and you are saying right now. It's BS. It doesn't work. Once again, I'm not bashing it. That's my opinion. I respect what they're doing, but how does it work? I don't know how it works. It's something new. It's only, it really started kicking in hard last year. It really started. A lot of people were doing it. A lot of people were doing it. Randonautica, I don't know. Would be interesting to do it. I know you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it, right? You wouldn't.
It's a fairy tale, if you ask me.
It's a fairy tale, huh?
It's a fairy tale. It is. It is. There's nothing there. You know, might as well do Randonautica, and by the time I get home, maybe I'll catch the tooth fairy, in my room.
You know, it's funny. It would be if you think about it, it would be the easiest thing to BS. And I'm gonna go back to the BS. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers out there that have done Randonautica, and all of a sudden they're finding boxes out in the middle of nowhere with dolls and, you know, cell phones and cameras with footage. I mean, they're doing the Randonautica. They say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and think about a creepy thing. And all of a sudden they go to this area and they find a suitcase full of stuff. I mean, you got to start questioning yourself about that. You got to ask yourself, is this BS? Is this true? You know, you're right. You're absolutely right.
What is the YouTuber's purpose? When you do a YouTube video, what is the purpose, right? Is to keep you watching that video for as long as possible. So if I could feed you, if I could spoon feed you this thing, right, to keep you watching my video, I'll find 10 boxes. I could go out there and do Randonautica and I'll find 20 boxes.
Yeah.
Right? Because guess what? Because I know I know that there's people out there that they believe in it. So I'm gonna put 20 boxes.
It would be the easiest thing to bullshit Randonautica, because I can say, you know what, I'm gonna do Randonautica. I'm gonna have
definitely got to leave Dogecoin under your pillow.
Yeah, that
was the tooth fairy.
You know,
well, the tooth fairy is actually going to give you the Dogecoin.
You know what? God Almighty, if you did that, I'm gonna set up my GoPro to record the tooth fairy so I can download it on my channel. That'd be
That's funny. You know, they were actually doing that now. What parents are doing now is like they're putting a camera that records Santa Claus coming in. I don't know if you've seen any of those videos. So people actually, will get on an editing program, or they'll dress up as Santa, and then they'll show it to the kid that Santa actually came in. And kids, Santa is real. If you happen to,
there's a movie talking about the tooth fairy. There's a movie out there called When Darkness Falls, and it's about a tooth fairy, but it portrayed the tooth fairy as an evil entity that goes around and it kills people. And it was a pretty scary movie for its time.
But either way, man, I know everybody. Welcome to the stream. If anybody got any questions before we start wrapping this up,
we've been hitting it for a while. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We're here. I appreciate everybody coming on here and streaming with me and Stayingalpha. I'm gonna try to do these on Tuesdays. I said that I was gonna do them on Tuesday last time, but I didn't. I got caught up yesterday with some things, and I'm gonna try to get a special guest on here all the time. I doubt it's going to happen all the time, but I'm going to try to get at least a special guest out here all the time on the stream. And I'm going to try to do a video and drop it in on Mondays. Around here, once again, I've mentioned this before. Around here, Alpha, when it comes down to doing urban exploration and any type of paranormal research, around here is very slim pickings. It's funny because my last video, I was making a story. I was up in Georgia, and let me tell you something. Talk about abandoned places and almost abandoned towns. Georgia is just full of abandoned. I mean, they're literally in every corner, in the middle of the woods. I was like, wow, I'm in paradise. I was just up there with the wrong people, but I was in paradise. I was like, wow, this is beautiful up here. I'd love to stay a whole month up here. And Savannah's beautiful, very old. It's I think it's one of the oldest. I think it's one of the most paranormal activity is in Savannah. But every other house up there was abandoned. Down here where we stay at, there's nothing abandoned. Everything's locked up with a big no trespassing sign. And we don't want to. I don't condole. I'm not saying anybody has to go in there, and I don't do it. If I say no trespassing sign, and we've done it before, we turn around and leave. If we can't get permission to go in there, we're not going in there. Period. Because that would be breaking the law. But You know, there's slim pickings around here. There's hardly anything abandoned down here. It's like whenever something becomes abandoned, in about a week, it's already boarded up, and
I mean, that the whole point about being a YouTube creator though is that you have to keep on creating, right? And this is where YouTube comes into play, right? When you're a YouTube creator, you have to think outside the box. How are you going to make your content? So if you're into the whole paranormal and supernatural, right? Then you have to start thinking about other ways to start creating content because people are watching your channel because you do paranormal stuff. So if you have slim pickings, then start looking at other ways that you could actually bring content from the paranormal world to YouTube. For example, you could talk about top 10 monsters in the paranormal world. You could do reaction videos, how to survive a zombie apocalypse, right? Anything like that. You could actually do those type of
I
videos.
like the zombie
So
apocalypse thing. That's kind of in my territory. And
yeah, you know that, but
you
that's
know
what
what?
it is.
I've kind of deviated from that whole zombie apocalypse thing because I've been concentrating on this,
But I
trying to
mean,
look
your channel is Urbex Survival and
right. No,
Paranormal.
you're absolutely right, and you're 100% right. Maybe
I
I should.
mean, all that stuff goes hand in hand. So
It does.
that
It really
that's what
does.
that's what you should be doing if there is slim pickings, right? Then start going into those other content. And that's the thing about being a YouTube creator is that you have to keep on creating.
You have
So
to.
it comes to a point where you might stress yourself out because you're trying to deliver a
It is very
video and you're trying to think of a good idea. But
It's
that's what happens when you're a creator. You got to think outside the box.
it's funny we're talking about this now. I know we're about to wrap this up, but it's funny you mentioned that because you once told me that doing what we've done and gone out there and done it with us, it's very time consuming. So it's not only is it time, I sometimes get in my truck and go out and look for places. There's nothing around here. So when I do find something that's boarded up and it has a big sign in front of you that says no trespassing, if you trespass here, you're gonna get arrested. It's frustrating because you found something that's abandoned, but you can't go in. And there's a reason why they do that. You got these kids that go around, they go inside, they graffiti the place, they vandalize the place, and that's why it gets boarded up so quick.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast they destroy those
Crazy.
places.
It's crazy. They
You
go
know,
in there, they vandalize, they turn. That's why these places get boarded up, and that's why it it messes it up for the urban explorers that go out there. And all we do is take pictures and leave footprints. We don't take anything, and we don't graffiti, and we don't do anything like that. Period. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's even more frustrating when like that you're sitting around saying, "Damn, I want to go out and explore something." But and it goes back to what you were saying. Maybe since it is slim pickings around here, we got to start focusing on other things. Zombie apocalypse. That's that goes hand in hand with urban exploring because what happens with the zombie apocalypse? We're gonna be stuck with going into houses and buildings that are abandoned and that might be full with zombies. So yeah, I can see where you're coming at with that. But anyway,
yeah.
hey Alpha, listen, I know you got things to do, and I appreciate everybody that's been on my live stream today. I'm trying to look for somewhere to go. I'm trying to get some video up, trying to see if I can drop a video off on Monday. And if not, we'll be back here again next week on Tuesday or Wednesday. But once again, thank you, Staying Alpha. Good luck with your Dogecoin and your cryptocurrency. Something that I'm definitely going to be looking at in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks. And thank you all for joining the stream. You all have a blessed day. Thank you very much.
All right, Nawaz, thank you for having me on your screen.
Anything else you want to say before we go? I'm sorry, I didn't give you anything else you want to say before we go.
No. Everything's good. Everything's good.
Hey,
Appreciate.
remember, well, you're still part of our team now. You're still going to be coming out there with us. I know you're doing your Dogecoin things, but we love to have you. We love to have you, man. And safety in numbers, and you know how that works. Safety is always good in
Yeah.
numbers, and especially where we're at. But once again, anything else you want to say, Alpha?
No, that's it, man. Thanks for having me here. Everybody else, if you're watching this video, like and subscribe. All right, like and subscribe
There you go.
to Night Watch.
You know what? It's funny because one last thing. I used to say that. I used to stress that out when I first started doing this. I started saying, you know what? Hit my likes, hit my subscribe. But you know what? It's what you want to do. It's what the viewer wants to do. I'm not gonna sit here and tell the viewer, hit my likes, hit my subscribe. If you like
The problem is that a lot of people log into YouTube and they don't understand all the work that goes behind a video. And a lot of
it
people on
does,
YouTube don't even have an account,
it does,
and they don't know how much we appreciate when they
it
drop a single like, when they subscribe, when they leave a comment. So much work goes behind it. The same way that when you walk into CVS I mean, this is something that we should actually start doing more, right? When you walk into CVS, into a restaurant, and for example, the waiter gives you good service, right? Hey, I appreciate you. You go ahead and give a tip. I'm not saying for you to start tipping YouTubers, but I'm saying is, hey, just show that you appreciate the video, that you enjoy the content, and give it a like. Instead of just exiting out the video or searching for something else, because a lot of work goes behind these videos. A lot of hours gets put into these videos.
But you know what? I don't like people. I don't like people. And I agree with you 100%. Especially what we do. Do you know how hard it is to organize 2 or 3 guys and go out there and explore something? Even with your tight schedule, you still find the time to come out there with us, which I love doing. I love having you out there, and it's fun. But it's very time consuming to organize everybody and move this whole group to the site where we're gonna do
Time
it.
consuming. That's the thing.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and then edit,
Okay.
and then
Let's
do
say
it.
exactly. So let's say it's just 4 hours, 5 hours going somewhere,
More,
exploring the
it's
place,
four
recording,
hours.
and then you have maybe another 4 or 5 hours of editing. Depends on the video. And editing could take really 8 hours, 12 hours
Oh
sometimes.
my God,
It all depends on the video.
3 days. It
So
took me 2 to 3 days sometimes.
a simple video out there exploring, out somewhere, that could take you anywhere from 4 to 8 hours.
Yes.
So
You can't, if you're gonna do a video, especially when it comes down to urban exploration. I don't know about other videos, but if you're gonna do a video on going out there and doing urban exploration, it's really time consuming. It's something you can't just say, well, you know what, I'm gonna do a video from this time to this time. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna be out there for a couple hours. Believe me, and Stayingalpha and God Almighty have said, you know what, we're gonna try to be back before this time. It doesn't happen. It doesn't
but
happen.
YouTube is changing a lot, So stay creating. They are expecting, I believe, 1 billion more people to go ahead and join from here to 2025.
Wow.
So YouTube is here to stay. And the thing about YouTube is that we have more power than mainstream media.
I think this is the future of mainstream media.
No, mainstream media is not social media. Let's not get it confused.
It's not.
Because I'm trying to say by that, mainstream media is CNN. Mainstream media is Fox. Mainstream media is CBS. That is mainstream media. Social media is YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Okay, and the thing is that people rather sit down and watch your paranormal videos than watch where do they play paranormal?
Travel Channel.
The Travel Channel, okay?
Travel
For example, there's big YouTubers out there like Oh My God, CJ Fashion, that people will actually sit down, eat their dinner, watching these YouTube videos instead of putting the Travel Channel, okay? And that's not mainstream media, but mainstream media now has lost a lot of viewers to actually following their favorite influencers on YouTube, for example.
Well, I hope
this is how YouTube is changing the game. People are watching Night Watch like actual TV show. I'm gonna sit down, have my dinner to Night Watch, or Friday at 9 p.m. when the Night Watch show comes out, I'm going to watch the Night Watch episode because it starts becoming part of their life. Okay. So that's the good thing about YouTube. People could actually relate to the person. They can't relate to mainstream media or national television.
Yeah, you're absolutely.
They're going to relate more to that person on YouTube.
Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. Once again, Alpha, thank you for being on here. I mean, I really enjoyed coming out here and hanging out with me. And it's you. What you said, you really got me thinking about maybe looking at other revenues in this field. And the only reason I would is because once again, there's nothing around here. There's really nothing around here, especially in Miami, Florida, and you got to be real careful where you're going, because you never know what could be the other side of that door. And it's not the dead that I'm afraid of; it's the living, because the living is what's going to kill you. But it's kind of crazy. But anyway, Alpha, appreciate you coming on here. I love it when you're on here. I love it when you go out there with us. Your Dogecoin, your cryptocurrency, you made it big. Congratulations one more time on that.
It's not there yet. It's getting there.
You're there. You're almost there. You're almost there. And you know what? Like I said, and I'm going to say this before I leave. I used to stress that a lot about, hit my likes, hit my, I can't tell you to hit my likes and hit my subscribers. I would like you to, but I just want the viewer to come out there and enjoy my videos. I know it's very time consuming. I agree with you 100%, but I don't even mention that anymore. Hey, hit my like.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own style, but at the same time,
I know I agree with you, but you can't.
No, but I mean, it's to me, I think there's a difference when you abuse it. But if you just simply say, "Hey, man, just go ahead, like, subscribe," you say it 2 times. There's nothing wrong with it, because sometimes people just do forget to subscribe.
It's fine. I have a little Jeezy just brought it to my attention today. I have a video, the intro to my channel. I have 666 views on that one video, and I only have 9 likes, and nobody's commenting on it. Does it bother me? A little bit, because I really took my time out to put it out there so you guys can see who the crew is. It doesn't, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I appreciate the views. It would be nice if all those 666 people or 656 people would at least hit my likes. That would have been beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
What you're watching. Alpha, I'm not gonna take any more of your time. I know you're in a hurry. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for all joining on my chat. And remember, my freaky freaks, you stay freaked out.